a whole after the Jacob Blake shooting in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Blake, 29 years old, shot 7 times in the back by police officers in Kenosha. And so before the game even began, Mike Budenholzer addressed that, but the Bucks released a statement praying for the recovery of Jacob Blake. The last report I saw was that he was in stable condition in the hospital. Shot multiple times in the back by a police officer at point blank range in Kenosha. Our hearts go out to his family and friends. We stand firmly against reoccurring issues of excessive use of force and immediate escalation when engaging the black community. Our organization will continue to stand for all black lives as we demand accountability and systemic change on behalf of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Seville Smith, Ernest Lacy, Dontre Hamilton, Tony Robinson, Joel Acevedo, and countless other victims. We will work to enact policy change so these incidents no longer exist. And here's head coach Mike Budenholzer.
It's just sickening. It's heartless. It's a fucked up situation. Like I said, you're supposed to look at the police to protect and serve, and now it's looked at harass or shoot. To almost take a guy's life. Thank God that he's still alive. I know the cops is probably upset that he's still alive because I know they surely tried to kill him, but to almost take a man's life, especially in front of his kids that wasn't resisting, in his back at point blank range is a heartless and gutless situation.
People are starting to see why, black people, colored people are so, afraid of police, because at any time, no matter what type of position, no matter what they did, right or wrong, their first act is to shoot us.
I will be honest, I've chosen not to look at the video. I've read some about it. I've had some conversations about it. I have not seen the video, and it's been described, and I've read, and it's incredibly sad, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
We're doing everything we can, but at the end of the day, it's up to our lawmakers, it's up to our police department to stop shooting us. It's that simple as that. I mean, they're there to provide safety. There's different ways to de-escalate situations than shooting somebody, especially running away or in the back.
First of all, we shouldn't even came to this damn place, to be honest. I think coming here just took all the focal points off of what the issues are, but we're here, so it is what it is. We can't do anything from right here, but I think definitely when this all settles, some things need to be done. I think this world has to change. I think our police department has to change. Us as a society has to change, and right now we're not seeing any of that.
Protests again in Kenosha tonight. Fires burning. Been looking at the coverage from Kenosha, and obviously the frustration and the anxiety you could feel from the Bucks and their personnel.
Yeah, I think we're all talking about excessive force. With 7 shots in the back for anyone who's being arrested or shot or apprehended. That's what we're talking about. But I would almost disagree with George Hill on this matter. I'm glad he's there, because I would have heard what LeBron said. I would have heard what CP3, Carmelo, but I probably wouldn't have got a chance to hear George Hill speak about it and how he felt. Because, he is a good player in our league, but we have spokesmen that are designated, so to speak, that get the attention, have the millions and millions of followers. So to hear George Hill get an opportunity to talk about how he felt, that's what the bubble is also about as well. Guys who sometimes are sitting in the background. I just know, and I thank Charles for this in this respect. Before you got to this show, we were a good basketball show. And you made us a television show when you came in, because we start talking about other matters. Because at times when I was in the locker room, I used to hear you talk when I was playing. I'm like, man, I got an opinion on that. But they would just come to me and go, 32 points, 15 rebounds, Akeem, you had 10 assists, and then they go. They don't. But with you in the locker room, that you had an opportunity, and you brought that here. And now I have that opportunity to do that. And I think that that's important, that George is in there and we hear from George Hill how he feels about it.
When I was going to go into television, my mentor, Dick Ebersol, who's the person who taught me to get into television, I was going to go to NBC, and I came and met with you guys, and I said, listen, I want to do TV, but I want to talk about basketball most of the time. But when social issues happen, I want to be able to speak my piece. And you guys says you can talk about anything you want. I said, okay, now thank you for that compliment. I feel, man, I want to thank everybody at TNT, going back to David Levy, Scooter and Craig,
Michael Jackson.
our new boss, Jeff Zucker. Thank you for always giving us a platform to talk about stuff like this. I want to say this. I don't know exactly what happened in Wisconsin. You can go by the tape, and that's all you can go by. But there's got to be a way when you have 2 or 3 cops, an unarmed man should not get shot 7 times. And the thing that scares me the most about this whole scenario, it was either 2 or 3 kids in the car.
He has kids who were 3, 5, and 8.
And if one of those bullets ricochet or go through a body shot and kill one of those young kids, man, it would make a bad situation really, really bad. But I don't understand, if you got 3 cops, how it get to that point where you shoot a guy in the back 7 times. That just cannot happen.
You know, it's obvious that we need police reform, and LeBron made a good statement. November is coming up. It's always good to talk about these things, but now we need to get people in place that can change these laws and change these rules. New chiefs of police, new sheriffs, new ADs, new senators, because it's definitely getting out of hand.
Yeah. And it's heartbreaking. It's so difficult to watch, and it's so inconceivable